Today on the program, I've got Austen Allred back on the pod. You know him as the outspoken CEO and co-founder of Lambda School. He was on the pod, I don't know, 6 months ago?
Oh, it would have been like 18 months ago.
18 months ago, a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I know things have been going great, but there's also been a little bit of a brouhaha. Mm-hmm. So thanks for coming on the pod to talk about that. We'll get into that in the first segment. Catherine Boyle is here. She's a partner at General Catalyst and formerly a journalist. Like myself, she was at the Washington Post from 2010 to 2014.
I was.
So you'll have some feelings.
Yes.
All the feels.
That's a good way to put it. Some
all
feelings.
the feels. All right, well, let's just get right into it. Everybody knows Lambda School is trying to teach people how to code. And I saw a New York Magazine article, what was it, 2 weeks ago now, that you've been dealing with?
Yeah, something like that.
And they allege you misrepresented some stats on graduation, 50% versus 86%. They seem to be confused a little bit about the ISAs, income sharing agreements, maybe some complaints about the enrollment, and maybe the team leaders are overtasked or underprepared is what they claimed. You came out and were super transparent. You explained exactly what the confusion is. You've had times when you've had 85% of graduates get hired, which is unbelievable. You've had the article referenced a 50% hiring rate, but that was in the risks part of your deal memo in a mock exercise, correct?
So let me speak to this just a little bit.
Yeah, explain this to everybody who saw this brouhaha.
At a high level, when we talk to investors, we talk in terms of enrolled students because our costs all come from enrolled students, right? So we'll say of those students who were enrolled, X% were hired. Whereas when schools report publicly, they speak in terms of graduated students.
Right.
So obviously those two numbers are always going to be different because some people will drop out and then you'll have a different denominator.
Right.
So the reporter just took a number that was different and compared it against a different metric. That said, that 86% was somewhat out of date. Like it had been a while since we updated our numbers, but It was the most up-to-date number we had. So we, quickly put together what the real numbers would have been, which was 78% instead of 86%.
Which is basically the same number.
But not drastic.
Well, I mean, it's going to change between classes as well, correct?
Of course. So it was, it was somebody who didn't understand what numbers they were looking at comparing two different things.
And also, you refer to this person as a reporter. In fact, I'm in touch with the person because, I was defending you publicly. I'm not an investor, to be clear. But I just thought this was like a slam piece that was ridiculous. I defended you publicly. He got in touch with me, and I was like, there's something weird here. How long have you been writing? I don't see any other bylines for you. And this person is a founder, not
correct,
a journalist. So when they approached you, did you know they were not a journalist and they were another founder writing what is for New York Magazine, an opinion piece?
Well, so when he approached, he said, hey, I'm writing an article about the code bootcamp space in general, and could I get, a couple lines from you? Which, we do that stuff all the time. They're writing, ISAs are a new thing. They're trying to understand. But yeah, it was, and then it came in very aggressive. And
on the phone when you talked to him?
He actually came into the office.
Came to the office and then got aggressive in person.
I mean, I would call it aggressive. Yeah. I don't,
aggressive questioning.
Yeah, it was intense, right? Like more intense than any other. We've had other bad articles written about us, but nothing quite like that. I don't know. It's just weird.
What was the axe to grind, do you think? Because he seemed to have some code product that he was working on previously. I asked him what his axe to grind was, and he was just straight up like, Austin's a liar. And I was like, well, it doesn't seem like that. And it seems like the overwhelming number of people coming to Lambda School are getting jobs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I've been trying to figure out is why. I mean, there is a very small pocket of people who very much do not like me.
Join the club.
You've got your own.
Yeah. Welcome to the club. Catherine's laughing here. She's like, what did I get myself into? Oh, well, you're outspoken.
Yeah. I'm definitely outspoken. And I think he felt like I'm above and beyond in our marketing, which is fair at times. But it's certainly never been fraudulent or intentionally misleading or anything like that.